Thank you, Acting President. I will be brief. The Liberal Democrats do indeed support the cutting of red tape. This bill does a reasonable thing, but it's somewhat of an indictment on government red tape that this bill is necessary at all. Let me explain. Let's say you find a lost dog. It has a collar but no ID tags. You take the pet to the nearby vet to see if someone can scan its microchip and find out who the owner is. The vet tells you that they'd be happy to help, but the law says they're not allowed to do that. The law says they must send the dog to the pound in the next town over. This vet is one of the vast majority of vets in Victoria who do not have an 84Y agreement with the councils that allow them to fulfil this service. Many councils refuse to issue these permits at all. This system is an excellent example of government stuffing things up. The reason we microchip animals is that they can slip their collars and lose their tags. The whole purpose is that they identify the owner so the pet can be reunited with them. But the government makes it illegal to do this. The only reason councils have to do this is because they make money when animals are claimed from the pound. If a lost animal is taken to the vet or to an animal shelter, the council loses out on the revenue from the penalty someone pays for claiming their animal from the pound. They do this even though allowing vets and rescues to offer this service would reduce the burden on council services. Another way to think about that is the government actively bans the use of technological innovation so it can maintain a monopoly on petty fees. Back to this bill. The key areas of change in this bill is to allow vets and rescue groups to legally scan the microchips of lost pets and to reunite those lost pets with their families. Now, I won't spend 10 minutes talking about my pets. I'll keep it brief. While I was on Wodonga Council, I managed to keep... We have a very old cat called Yoshka. It's got a Russian background. So when I was on Wodonga Council, I managed to keep the councillors entertained with the stories of our cat and its adventures through the pound when it somehow got picked up. Dealing with it all was an annoying, time-consuming and expensive process, and it's something that we inflict on pet owners every day all across this state. The Liberal Democrats will support this bill. It's a good change, even if it doesn't go far enough. We need far less restriction on vets and rescue groups than this bill will deliver. It should never have been illegal to read the ID tag on a dog or a cat and use that information to reunite that pet with its owner, regardless of whether the ID tag is below the skin or attached to the collar. I'm glad we're doing this. One piece of red tape down, a few 100,000 to go.